For one, it just seemed obvious that it was better to be courageous, strong, manly. At this point in my journey, I had just finished reading the book Confidence, The Art of Getting Whatever You Want by Rob Young. It was the book that got me into the self-help world. It was a positive step in the right direction for me. After reading the book and applying its principles, I thought I needed to know and do more in order to overcome my issues. My anxiety and stress levels were through the roof.
Bill, I think you need help.
And I thought, how can I tackle this? And one of the things I was thinking was, if I could mirror a strong character or archetype and develop better thinking habits and behaviors. I thought about what inspired me, and it became obvious that there was something about being a warrior that evokes something in me. Warriors are generally courageous and brave and strong, and these were all qualities that I felt I was lacking in at the time. Being an admirer of heroes and fighters since a young age, I considered what it meant to actually be a warrior, thinking about things like what would they do, how would they think, how would they behave. Naturally, I looked for a book on how to be one, and came across Richard Makowitz's Unleash the Warrior Within. The book is a fascinating insight into a man who is a modern-day warrior. Richard explains what it takes to become and serve as a Navy SEAL. Training is brutal, and then you have to pass Hell Week, a week designed to push you to your limit. Really testing your resolve in the face of adversity, and it's the week where many people quit. If you were to ask me what the key point that I took from the book is, it would be to develop a purposeful, interlinked mindset. You see, if your mindset towards life is generally negative, then you're not going to have good outcomes, and just by changing one or two thinking strategies might not be enough to see clear difference. Whereas if your overall mindset, your outlook towards life is changed for the better, then you're more likely to see positive change. When I was growing up, I was influenced by the heroes and strong characters on TV and movies. Rocky inspired me to work out. James Bond influenced me in wanting to become more masculine. And the Spartans evoked a desire of being heroic and brave. I've reflected on this and tried to understand why I was influenced by these characters and people. And for one, it just seemed obvious that it was better to be courageous, strong, manly. It was easy to see the kind of potential rewards that you get from being or acting in this way, like fame, women, wealth, supposed love. And this was all playing on my psychology. Those hunter-gatherer instincts, those drivers, wanting to survive, fight to survive, to procreate, to create security. And this was all happening unconsciously, of course. As being a young boy, I had no idea what was going on in my head. When my parents separated, with my father no longer at home, it left a void in me. The main male role model in my life was no longer around as much, and I felt vulnerable and conflicted. So there was no wonder why I was looking up to warrior-type characters on TV to help me during this time. I thought that if I acted like them, I would receive that love and security that I was unconsciously craving. The problem was, I wasn't wanting to be like a warrior or act like them because I believed in their ethos or values. I was trying to act like them and emulate them to get the rewards I could see so I could feel better about myself. Of course, this isn't the best strategy to deal with insecurities, not in my opinion anyway. But I let myself off because I was just a kid. Developing a warrior mentality, at least from my point of view, is intertwined with the progression from going from a boy to a man. And when you've got these warrior character types portrayed and dramatized in entertainment, it becomes all the more alluring to want to become them. Take the movie 300, for example, an incredibly inspiring story of a warrior race of Spartans defending their homeland from an invading Persian army. The graphic, gritty comic style of filming was epic. The Spartans were all muscular, portrayed as confident, masculine men. The music was all emotive, exhilarating, make me want to just go out and fight everyone. Only joking, but it did get me in the mood for a good workout. Genuinely, watching the film left me feeling pumped and ready for action. But of course, soon after the film ends, that jolt of motivation dwindles away, and you can go back into some bad habits. And the movie can only show so much. In 300, they mostly portray the end result of all the years of hard work, discipline, training, pain that the Spartans had to go through to become the warriors that they were. And sometimes we can just be lazy. We watch a film like 300 and we see the end result and we want it, but we're not willing to put in all those months, years of training to get to that point. Being a warrior means being disciplined and persistent. They are doers. They take action despite the challenges in front of them. If you're someone like me who does struggle a bit with external criticism and validation, then it can sometimes just be a challenge just to tell someone that they're doing something wrong.
You are wrong!
And this is where courage becomes a foundational value. You may not always be able to vanquish fear, but taking action despite fear is always your choice. And there's no wonder why people admire others who are courageous, because it sometimes is difficult making decisions when you're feeling scared and afraid. Strength of body is important. Being physically able to protect yourself and people around you is paramount to being a warrior. And I'll emphasize it again, discipline is crucial. Being consistent, proficient, whether it's fighting with a spear, assault rifle, or with your words. Thinking in terms of mindsets became a theme throughout my journey, particularly when I was overcoming my perfectionist mindset. We're going to encounter many challenges that will require different viewpoints, knowledge and experience and skills to overcome. It makes sense then why we would have a mindset that has useful thinking strategies underpinned by positive beliefs and strong values. As individuals, we all have a general mindset toward life, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. This can be akin to having a philosophy, and it will influence how we progress through our life. So it is important to understand what makes up your own mindset. I really do hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'd love to hear your comments. I'll see you in the next video.